Hey guys, Yusheng here. Welcome back to another episode of the Speedrun. We're up against a diamond player already. That was quick. His name was Lex Luthor. Is that what I saw? Lex Luthor. Alright. Let's go for our low ground wall. Okay, so I know this is a really common problem, putting this pylon down. And the way you want to do it is like this, where the edges do not touch, or where the energy field does not touch the edges of the ramp. Really important. And it makes total sense why everybody messes this wall up, because you would think you need to overlap the entire area to put your gateway down, but as you can see, you do not. And the problem is, if you put it closer than that to the edge, where it does touch the edge, you think, okay, this is good. Your gateway will not fit in a very good position. It'll be too close to the pylon, and you won't be able to place that middle gateway or cyber core. So it'll completely mess up your wall. So just make sure you do it exactly like I did here, and you'll be fine. Okay. I think in this matchup, I want to show a Stargate opening. So this is standard play. If you don't recognize that this is standard, you just need to make notes of the timings. Watch a couple pro games, make notes of the timings. And kind of train yourself when you go in with the probe to recognize how it looks. And you can pay attention to like the hatch timing as well as the pool timing. Alright, I'm just going to rally into the gas like this, because if you rally to the mineral line, you actually mess up the probes. So unless you want to like babysit them like I'm doing right there to demonstrate, then this is actually more efficient, even though they're not mining, believe it or not. Okay, so the game plan to keep it easy is we're going to go for a Stargate. And well, this guy's actually not mining at all. And we're going to go for either a Void Ray or a Oracle. I'm not sure which one would be easier. I kind of flip-flop on this, honestly, when I'm teaching students. I think in some ways the Void Ray is easier, because if they push you, it's like consistent damage. You just A-move it. But on the other hand, the Oracle gives you a little bit better scouting.
Combat is upon us.
Okay, so I would just leave here, honestly, and just move your adept really far. You could kite that, but I feel like for the level we're playing at, that's going to be a little annoying. You'll probably mess up your macro, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, let's get a Void Ray. Let's try that, I guess. But you could play either, honestly. And then we're going to need a pylon, and you already want to get your expansion. Okay, let's put this on hold position for now. So I've got this adept not hotkeyed and these two hotkeyed. So the current setup I'm using is completely safe so long as your opponent has a third base. If they don't have a third base, you probably want to get your tech in some gateways before you expand. So we're going to get a Forge, a Twilight, and a Robo. And there's a lot of all-ins at this MMR that you can run into, so you got to be careful. You kind of want to use your Stargate unit to like confirm that they're making lots of drones. So we can just hide that like over here. And just like last game, we're going to work our way up to a bunch of gateways on 3 base. And then we're going to make units. And we actually have way less units early on than in the Terran matchup, because there's no drops. So we basically just need to defend this base. And that's actually not too hard usually. Okay, so still no workers. So this indicates we're going to get rushed here. So probably what I would do here is cut all your workers like this and just add all your gates and start warping in a lot of units. And then you can just keep checking to see when they start droning whenever you have a second. Let's not get that probe stuck. Let's just check again. Yeah, so still no workers. So almost 100% getting rushed here. Let's keep adding some units. Let's add a shield battery and a cannon as well. Oh, and one important thing when we're doing this, like a question I get asked a lot when I'm teaching this way is, what if they do start droning? Aren't we just behind? No, we're definitely way ahead still because we already have workers, right? So if they make like 8, let's say right at one round of drones, we would be equal on workers, which is actually way better for us even. So this is completely safe what we're doing here. Keep warping in a lot. We have these sentries now too, so we could just go and see what units he's massing. Did we get the Templar Archives? We need a Templar Archives. Alright, now we have a lot of units. I personally would feel comfortable already just transitioning back into the workers. But we could just keep spamming units as well. Okay, so he's making drones now. So we can go back to the workers. Notice I'm not harassing this guy at all. I think a common misunderstanding is that you have to harass at some level around here to keep up. But the reality is you just need to not miss all your workers. Okay, so yeah, now that he's macroing, let's just spam probes. And we're starting to feel kind of safe. So at this point, we can tech up if we want. Not sure what would be the easiest tech. I think I did Colossus last speedrun, so maybe we'll do Storm this time. And let's grab a second robo as well. Okay, 4th base. Let's put this void array in the middle so we can know when he moves out. And once you reach this stage of the game and you're safe, what you want to focus a lot on is building up the quality of your army. So the zealots are no longer any good at this stage. You want to be building an army that's like pure tech units.
Upgrade complete.
And there's a rule where you don't want to build a lot of static defense early on in the game. But when you reach this stage where you have full 3-base saturation and you have all of your production, you do not want to be very timid about building static defense. You can go absolutely crazy. It's totally fine. Just spend all your minerals on that. Or alternatively, you can spend it all on the zealots. Let's see, do we have Storm yet? We don't have Storm. Let's keep these zealots here. And you can spend it on zealots too. I'm not sure if I said that. So cannons or zealots. Zealots a little more aggressive. Cannons a little more defensive. Okay, so now we have our Storm. So I'm going to take these zealots and I'm going to send them along the opposite side of where my opponent is. So my opponent... Oh, he left. My opponent was over here, so I sent the zealots on the right side, or top side, I guess. And we're going to keep building up the quality of our army here. So like Immortals are high quality, High Templar are high quality, Archon's very good. Maybe later on we'll get some Carriers, those are good, Void Rays, etc. These are just going to get A-moved, you don't really need to micro those, or want to. Just let them kill whatever, because they're basically worthless to us. On my MMR they'd be more important, but at this level you just throw them away And then you just keep improving the rest of your army. So more immortals.
Embrace the glory of battle.
Let's start going for the carriers. I'm starting to feel like we got enough ground that we're not going to die.
Mineral
So
field depleted.
we might as well keep improving. And okay, so here I'm starting to have a lot of minerals again. So we're gonna do the same thing we did earlier. Just a lot of zealot, send them over here, and then forget about them. Notice we're not really fighting him, we're just like storming him whenever he gets too close. Alright, let's go for the carriers.
The glory of battle.
We have more minerals, so we can choose again. Do you want cannons or do you want harass units? Let's just go cannons to illustrate. I made a bit too many cannon here, so we have too much gas. But Protoss is actually pretty sick. You can just make Archons instead. So let's go there. Archon's also pretty high quality. And you can see my army here. Like I literally only have high quality units now.
Upgrade complete.
In fact, it's late in the game where I don't even want these sentries anymore either. I would rather get rid of those. Okay, so at this point, I guess we win. Yeah, I mean, you can see the power of these zealot run-bys, right? I'm not even looking at these, and our opponent just tapped out. And whenever I'm teaching diamond or lower, or sometimes even masters a little bit, people will just be watching these and just checking out all the damage they're doing. Like right here, I guarantee almost everybody in diamond is kind of watching these, watching them kill the drones, and enjoying life. But it's better if you just aim move them, let them do whatever they do, and then watch the replay post game and check like, oh yeah, we got all those drone kills. But really what you want to be focused on is just getting this sweet army for the late game.